Jai Shri Ram. Gre Vocabulary Lessons. I have hit upon a new idea. I have decided that there are so many books, so many exercises, so many words, and some words seem to be cropping up, popping up all the time. So I'm just randomly, going through so many of these exercises, and wherever I find a word that is likely to cause you trouble, I'm going to discuss that and record it. So please listen to this. This should be your trump card actually. If you listen to me, that's why this is a whole new series which will equip you with all the words that are troublesome and important and are frequently seen, high frequency words in the GRE. Okay, so let me start. Autumn, AUTUMN. Autumn actually is the season of the year between summer and winter, when the weather becomes cool and many plants become dormant and maturity verging on decline. So please remember that autumn basically implied meaning. Autumn foliage, autumn harvest relating or occurring in autumn. That's one meaning. Autumn crops. Okay, between summer and winter. That's the literal meaning of the word. But autumn, autumnally, AUTUMNALLY. The implied meaning is just before old age starts. For example, I am in the autumn of my life, a period of maturity verging on decline. I am 61 now. So, this is the autumn of my life. I have seen this word being used with the implied meaning in some GRE test questions, right? Which are there in several textbooks. You see Kaplan, Princeton, Barron's, so many. How many are you going to read? How many are you going to buy? So I've done that work, and that's why I'm scanning through all these books and I'm trying to produce a master kind of a video or audio, if you can call this, whatever you call it. That should help you. Autumnal, AUTUMNAL. Autumnal, autumnally, which means just before old age starts, a period of maturity verging on decline. The next word is reconcile. This is one word that seems to be coming up very often. RECONCILE. Reconcile means to become friends after a fight. That's one meaning. And reconcile also means to provide a reasonable explanation for contradictory sets of data. How do you reconcile the fact that India is a rich country full of poor people? Corruption. Corruption. Because of corruption and lack of proper leadership and such factors, crime and lacking a meritocracy, reservation should be removed. It was required. Ambedkar ji wanted it for 10 years, but it's going on and on. So this is how you can reconcile. On one hand, India is a rich country, human capital is also great, and also resources are there. But still, we are still underdeveloped. Why? We should have been a superpower by now. How do you reconcile these contradictory sets of data? So that's reconcile. Third meaning of reconcile. I have reconciled myself to the fact that people don't change, which means you are now indifferent, you have accepted that, taken for granted, so you're not going to make any extra effort. So that's the next word that's important. Winnow, WINNOW. Winnow means to separate. Winnow ante Telugulo chata, where the kernel and the chaff are separated. Sift, sequester, isolate, separate. WINNOW, remember. Founder, FOUNDER. Founder means collapse, sink, fail. Or if a horse has foundered, it means it has become limp or lame, disabled. Collapse, sink, fail. To give away. The muddy banks foundered and slid into the adjoining reservoir because of the floods. So this company foundered, that means it has sunk, it is no longer functioning properly. The marriage foundered, that means it failed, the marriage foundered. So that's an important meaning. Founder of the Kakatiya dynasty, Ganapati Deva. That's a common meaning you already know. Now we are using founder as a verb. So when you use founder as a verb, the meanings are collapse, sink or fail. Pedestrian is another word that keeps coming up all the time. Pedestrian performance means unimaginative, dull, boring. Prosaic, prosaic. Elitism, make a note, elitism. Elite means the upper class, the high class, exclusive, very rich, super stinking rich, or the most intelligent people, intelligentsia, cognoscenti, and patrician, patrician, which means the aristocracy. So glitterati and literati, literati, that is the authors, very popular authors. Glitterati are the film stars. So all that is there. Now what exactly is elitism? Elitism means any infrastructural project or something that has been designed, created with everyone's money, that is the taxpayers' money, but unfortunately it is useful only to the super rich. That means we are all paying for it, but only the super rich can use it. So any project that caters only to a very small section of the society, that is the exclusively rich people, that can be called an elitist project. Elitism also, defines a person who is a politician who seems to be catering only to an exclusive group of people but not to the general public. Okay, that is elitism. Populism is the opposite, and that's also a negative word. Populism. Populism, populist schemes. Populism means pandering to the public taste. Populist literature, that means populist cinema. That means a lot of trash will be there, a lot of lurid reporting will be there, tabloidized news will be there. Populism means all those schemes that politicians think of just before on the eve of the elections in order to garner votes, which are actually a waste of taxpayers' money, and they pander to the debased public taste. Populist literature means movies in which a lot of item number, vulgarity and all that is there. Torpid is the next word. Torpid. Torpid means slow moving. Torpid. Very slowly, maybe because of a hangover or perhaps lack of energy, like a sloth. A sloth is a bear that moves very slowly. Sloth also means laziness. Another word is pitfall. Pitfall. Pitfall literally means you fall into a pit. That means a problem that you can land yourself in if you are not cautious. Ineluctable. Ineluctable. Ineluctable means unavoidable. Futile means useless. Futile. Incidental, that means something that happens at the same time but not as a cause of something. Accompanying sort of. Confute is the next word. Make a note. C-O-N-F-U-T-E. Confute. Confuted. Confuting. To disprove clearly. Refute conclusively. To overwhelm in an argument. Overwhelm means to overpower. So confuter. To confute the opposition. That means completely destroy them in the argument, which is what our Prime Minister does repeatedly in the Parliament. Refute, disprove conclusively. The next word is actually a phrase, or you can call it one word. L-A-Y-O-U-T. Layout. A layout is the plan or design or arrangement of something laid out. Right? So that is the layout. And layout can also mean something that is laid out, land or structures or rooms used for a particular purpose. For example, a retreat layout, a cattle ranching layout. Ranch means a big farm. In America they call them ranch, and rancher means the farmer because they have thousands of hectares. Remember, America is 3 times bigger in size than India. But only some 15% of the land is arable, A-R-A-B-L-E. India is 3.3 lakh square kilometers. 3.3 million, sorry. So it is 33 lakh square kilometers. America is 96. But in India, we have 55% of the land is arable and we have 2 crops. They have only 1 crop. We have, Rabi and Kharif. So India is 1/3 of China and America. China is slightly smaller than America. But in China also the percentage of arable land is very less compared to, it's about maybe 18 to 20%. America is some 17-18%. So India has got 55%. So it's very fertile. Okay. Layout. Land or structures or something that is used for a particular purpose. So display. Layout also means display. Layout can mean spend. Layout can mean arrange. Layout can mean explain something, make something easy to see, explain something. To lay out the entire theory, explain it. Mystifying, mystify. To mystify means to confuse. I was mystified by the answer. Mystified means completely confused. Counterintuitive. Counterintuitive solutions. If you study the Bhagavad Gita, counterintuitive means opposed to common sense. Please make a note, very important word. Now, intuitive means something that you understand instinctively. Intuition can be defined as a deep inner feeling which cannot be logically explained. The opposite of intuition is rationality. But counterintuitive, then it should mean the opposite of intuition, right? No. Unfortunately, that's the problem with English. Please listen very carefully. Counterintuitive means not making any sense, opposed to common sense. Counterintuitive. Like, that thirsty crow which dropped pebbles, all the other crows were worried or sort of, surprised. What is this fellow doing? But that was very creative. Yeah, that is counterintuitive. Counterintuitive, opposed to common sense. See, the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita in short is like this. Krishna is saying the highest form of selfishness is selflessness. What does that mean? It means that if you want all your needs to be satisfied, don't be selfish, work for everyone's benefit. And when you work for everyone's benefit, do something for society, work towards some great overarching goal, then you will get all your needs will be satisfied. Your basic needs, your social needs, your security needs, your self-esteem needs, your self-actualization needs, all of them are satisfied when you work for the benefit of mankind. Right? So that is the philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita. Always work for everyone, not with a selfish motive. But then the beauty is, when you work for everyone's welfare, your selfish needs are also taken care of. Therefore, the quote I am telling you is, in a nutshell, Bhagavad Gita, what it teaches you is, the highest form of selfishness is selflessness. Selflessness. That means absolutely no selfishness at all. But paradoxically, ironically, that's how it is. That's the best way to deal with your requirements and make sure that you get all that you want. Not just plainly becoming very selfish and, exploiting people. Don't do that. Never do that. Jargon, Jargon. Jargon means technical vocabulary. Vocabulary of professionals. For example, default is a computer jargon which means settings that become operational when nothing is specified. But the word default in the English lexicon means dictionary, lexicon means language. Default means fail to fulfill an obligation or fail to pay a loan. Okay. Now the next word, mystique, mystique. There is a mystique around something. That means a mystery, an air of mystery. Conjecture means a guess. Surmise means a guess. Contextualize. Contextualize. To contextualize something means to place something such as a word or an activity in a context. Example. When the rebellion is historically contextualized, it becomes clear that there were many factors that contributed to it. When the War of Independence, Indian War of Independence is historically contextualized, then we will know that there were many factors and mainly Subhash Chandra Bose and not Gandhiji, who has been credited with, wrongly credited with winning us freedom. So the rebellion has to be historically contextualized, so that it becomes clear that Subhash Chandra Bose got us freedom and not Gandhi. So Subhash Chandra Bose's picture should be there on our currency notes. Preclude, Preclude, prevent. To preclude means to prevent. Rationalize, Rationalize. Rational means logical. Rationalize is a negative word. Trying to justify something unreasonable. అంటే చేసింది దొంగ పని తర్వాత దాన్ని జస్టిఫై చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తే the word is rationalize. So rationalize negative word. Rational is a positive word. Rationality, positive. Rationality means logical reasoning. Rationale. What is the rationale behind this idea? Rationale. Rational means logical reasoning. What is the reasoning? So rational, rationality, ratiocination, rational, all are positive. But rationalize is a negative word. Please remember that. Fabricate. Now the word fabricate means manufacture. It also means tell lies, cook up a story, concoct a story, cock and bull story. Cock and bull story is an idiom which means fake, apocryphal. Insinuate means to hint, indirectly suggest something about somebody. Innuendo, INNUENDO, insinuate, innuendo. Disseminate knowledge, spread, disseminate. Promulgate a law, publicly declare. Obviate something, make unnecessary. An inclusion of an all-rounder obviates the need for a specialist spinner. OBVIATE, obviate. Haughty, HAUGHTY, very proud. Inscrutable, mysterious, INSCRUTABLE, vehement, with very strong feeling. Venial, VENIAL. Venial sin means pardonable sins. Mortal sin means unpardonable sins. These two are Christian concepts. Venal is a word, VENAL. Venal means corrupt, corruptible. Venality of the Indian politician is very well known. Quixotic, QUIXOTIC. Impractical, excessively idealistic and impractical. Unprecedented, UNPRECEDENTED. Never before. That means happening for the first time. Precede means to come before. A precedent means an earlier example. If something is unprecedented, that means it is happening for the first time. So this is another very important word. So I hope you will like this new series where I am trying to discuss words which are troublesome and occur frequently in most of the books that are published by various GRE, book publishing companies. Okay, so you will benefit immensely by listening to this. Jai Shri Ram.